This incident was really one of the most difficult things I've ever had to watch. We spent months in the bush following this leopard and her 3 cubs. We had seen them slowly get picked off by different predators, and this was her last remaining cub. We pretty much spent every morning trying to find her in her territory and follow her story. We really had high hopes that this cub would grow to reach maturity. On this particular morning, we heard the monkeys going off wildly in the trees, and immediately we knew there was a leopard or some type of predator there. Then the scene just sort of opened up and my heart immediately sunk. It was just really, really heart-wrenching to watch. We went and looked at this tree, and the whole trunk was really covered in these deep scrape marks, right up to as high as I think an adult leopard or adult hyena could reach. And we wondered whether there had been some fight between either hyenas or male leopard maybe that had caused this cub to get stuck, or get its pelvis broken and get stuck in this tree. But it's still a mystery. I mean, we have no idea of knowing what actually happened on that day. For me, the most moving part was just seeing how dedicated the mother was. She never left the cub. Occasionally she would go a little bit into the distance, into the shade, but she was there the whole day, and you don't really feel the time frame in the footage, but we were there the whole day from first thing in the morning till that evening, and so was the mother leopard and so was the cub struggling. So it was really quite an amazing thing to see how supportive she was and how desperate she was to get this cub out of this tree. It was really, really difficult to watch and not be able to help, and of course I wanted to jump out there, and it just looked so simple. We could have just pulled the leg out, you know. It was this tiny narrow V in the base of a tree. It looked so simple just to help the leopard out, and it would have been, and I was desperate to do that. But you know, after being in the bush for so long, you just learn that, you know, nature does have its course and you just can't interfere. As soon as the cub eventually got free from the tree, we noticed that it was paralyzed. Its entire pelvis had been crushed, and when you see it dragging itself along the floor, it still looks so determined to get to its mother, but it was just such a hopeless situation. This cub was obviously going to die. Eventually we just had to go back to camp. There wasn't enough light to see what was happening. And first thing the next morning we rushed back there before sunrise and positioned ourselves next to the bush to see if we could find tracks or see if the leopard was still in there. And just as it got light enough to see into the bush, we noticed a lot of tracks around the bush. We knew the leopard was still there, and we could look into this one little hole in the bush, and we actually saw the female eating her cub. It's very difficult to understand why the mother ate the cub, but there could be various reasons. Either she wanted to eat it so that other predators couldn't eat the cub and, you know, get a taste for leopard perhaps, or that it was just literally a food source. It was protein, it was there, and the mother ate it. Or even the mother knew it would never survive and it was a mercy killing. We just have no way of finding out the real reasons.